I don't want to be strong like man who look pretty. I want to be strong like bitch that fight bears in the forest.
Welcome to another episode of Bitch vs. Bear with your host, Amber. And me, Sydney. Amber only could wave for those of you not watching the video because at that moment she counted me in and then decided to take a drink of coffee. We are, in fact, co-owners of Show Main Training Co., and this is a show where we bitch, laugh, and chat about all things fitness and wellness related to women and the LGBTQIA plus community, as well as coffee lovers.
I knew it was coming. I don't know why. I was like, okay, it's his turn to talk. I can take a drink.
Yep.
Nope. I had a part to play in that. Okay, well, here we are.
Amber is, in fact, here.
It's a good time. We're doing well. Our 101 episode.
We've made it to all the Dalmatians.
Yes. We're now all the Dalmatians.
We're now all the Dalmatians.
All right. Well, we are so excited you're here. And not just because it says it in the script. So today's conversation is around a topic that impacts every aspect of our health and wellness. Convenience. Which you might be asking yourself, what? As I did. But stay with us. It's something we're all familiar with. From the fast food on every corner to the ease of scrolling through endless apps, all designed to make our lives, quote unquote, easier. But what if I told you, and by I mean Sid, that convenience might be keeping us unhealthy, especially for women and LGBTQ plus folks who are already facing unique health and wellness challenges. Today, we're going to dive deep into how the convenience-driven culture we live in is quietly chipping away at our health, both physically and mentally. We'll also talk about why this is particularly impactful for women and the LGBTQ plus community. And, of course, as always, what steps we can take to reclaim our well-being.
Yeah, we don't want to leave you hanging.
We never do.
No, we never do.
You know that.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the basics.
Okay.
We live in a world where almost anything we want is just a click away.
Yeah.
Food delivery, groceries, shopping, entertainment, etc., is all at our fingertips. And don't get me wrong, sometimes some of this convenience is awesome. It's totally great.
Love it.
Like, who doesn't appreciate not having to leave the house on a cold day for, like, a cup of coffee? Like, you can place your Starbucks order and just, like, DoorDash it. You can just... What? Okay, but here's the problem. Convenience often comes at a hidden cost.
Uh-oh. I don't like hidden costs.
Yeah. I feel like
costs
Verizon.
up front.
There are no hidden costs, but there are.
Tricky.
Yeah. Okay, think about it. When was the last time you reached for something quick and easy, even though you knew it wasn't the healthiest choice? Yep. Maybe it was fast food after a long day, or skipping the gym because Netflix was calling. These small decisions, when they become habits, can have huge impact on our physical and mental health.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I did have an Uncrustable for lunch instead of
making
something.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks
for proving this episode right. Appreciate it.
I am the queen of
convenience.
Healthy convenience. All right. The issue with convenience is that it tends to prioritize short-term comfort over long-term wellness. And while we all fall into this trap from time to time, it's especially concerning when we consider how systemic factors like discrimination in healthcare or societal expectations make it even harder for women and LGBTQ plus folks to prioritize their health. So why does convenience have such a particular impact on women and LGBTQ plus individuals? Well, it starts with time. We all know time is a precious resource, but for women especially those juggling multiple roles, work, family, caregiving, time is often stretched to the limit. Convenience becomes a necessity, not a luxury, when you have to choose between making a healthy meal and getting an extra hour of sleep.
And for LGBTQ plus folks, the situation can be equally, if not more, complicated. Many are navigating a healthcare system that isn't always welcoming or affirming. For transgender individuals, finding gender affirming care can feel like an uphill battle, making it easier to avoid regular checkups or medical appointments. The mental and emotional labor required to constantly advocate for your health can be exhausting, and in the face of that, convenience, whether it's fast food, sedentary habits, or avoiding wellness routines altogether, can be a coping mechanism.
Yes.
And it's not just about time in healthcare either. There's also the mental toll of living in a world where both women and LGBTQ plus folks are often expected to put others' needs ahead of their own. This can lead to chronic stress and burnout, making those convenient options all the more appealing. Why go for a run when your energy is already spent just trying to exist in a space that wasn't designed for you?
Yes. That's why I don't run.
I've recently restarted running, and I actually really enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah, it just, sometimes I feel like I go through cycles with running.
Yeah.
And I'm in a cycle where I'm like, you know what? I like this. I like the alone time. I like that I can run with one or both of the dogs, not usually at the same time.
Yeah.
That it only takes me, like, I can feel like I've accomplished something, like, really quickly. Like, I'm like, okay, I can do a mile in, like, 12 minutes. Like, but, I mean, the nice thing is, like, in under 20 minutes,
You're done.
can feel like I've done something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should try running again.
I do
I do like it. As long as my knee doesn't hurt. We'll see. Okay. Now, let's break down the trade-offs we're making for convenience. One of the biggest areas that shows up is in our diet. It's no secret that fast food and processed snacks are a go-to for many of us when we're busy. They're quick, they're cheap, and they're designed to be satisfying. But the long-term effects of consistently choosing these options, weight gain, increased risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease, and even mental health issues like anxiety and depression, all of which disproportionately already affect both women and LGBTQ plus populations. In addition to diet, physical activity is another area where convenience undermines our health. The more technology advances, the easier it becomes to live a sedentary lifestyle. Streaming platforms, social media, and even remote work allows us to stay in one place for hours on end. And while there's nothing wrong with enjoying these conveniences in moderation, they can erode our physical health over time. Sitting for long periods, lack of exercise, and reduced movement all increase the risk of obesity, heart problems, and even mental health challenges. We know how important movement is for our mental health.
Yeah, so important. For women, this can be compounded by social pressures to look a certain way or balance the needs of others before prioritizing our own self-care. For LGBTQ plus folks, societal stigma and discrimination can make it harder to access safe spaces for fitness, leading to reliance on more isolated sedentary habits. Let's not forget the impact of convenience on our mental health. I think that's probably where most of us feel it, but don't always recognize it. Like, it's pretty easy to be like, I'm picking too much junk food over, like, making meals, and, like, that's
a very tangible, clear thing. Yeah.
But it's really this mental health where we live in a world of instant gratification, which can feel great in the moment, but constantly relying on convenient distractions like scrolling through social media or binge watching Netflix keeps us disconnected from ourselves. It can prevent us from developing deeper, more nourishing habits that contribute to long-term mental wellness, like mindfulness, journaling, or even taking a walk. All of the things that we repeatedly say on the show.
That are good for us.
That are good for us.
Yeah. I notice that sometimes about myself. Like, I'll be sitting and, like, I'll even have a TV show on and be, like, scrolling. And I'm like, why am I doing this?
I could be doing anything else.
I'm like, okay. Like,
I'm already multitasking. I could...
I'm like, I'm not paying attention to either of these things. Like, what?
Neither...
Let's find something else to do. And so I got back into my diamond.
Oh, cool,
Paintings.
cool, cool. Yeah. That's nice.
So at least I'm like, okay, so at least if I'm like mindlessly playing a TV show, I can be like doing something creative and productive.
Yeah.
So even that little change makes me feel good.
I've started building Legos again, but the Lego I'm working on is a big Lego.
Is it the A-frame?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. I built a whole nother level and it took me an hour and a half. And it still only looks like it's 1 story tall. It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I'm excited to see that one.
Yeah, I didn't break it out this weekend. Foster puppy.
Ooh. No.
He would definitely eat a Lego.
Oh no. Oh no. All right. For women and LGBTQ plus folks who often face additional stressors related to discrimination, inequality, and trauma, these distractions can feel like necessary escapes. Yes, that feels familiar. But over time, this pattern can make it harder to process and heal from those deeper issues, leading to chronic stress, anxiety, and depression. Those are bad. We don't want those. So, how do we break free from this cycle? It's not about demonizing convenience, but about finding balance. Because balance is everything.
Bitch versus bear and balance.
Bitch versus bear is about balance.
Yeah, yeah.
We should have had them on like a seesaw.
That could be the next one. Like one of the scales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convenience has its place, but when it starts to interfere with our long-term health, it's time to make a change. So obviously, we have some strategies to help you get started. First, make intentional choices. Convenience often means mindlessness. Start making more intentional choices about your health, even when it's inconvenient. Whether that's meal prepping for the week, walking instead of driving, or carving out time for a workout. These small shifts can have a big impact.
Yep. Big one, set boundaries around technology. We
Yes.
all need downtime, but too much screen time can lead to physical and mental health issues. It's been well studied. Try setting boundaries like limiting social media for certain times of the day or choosing one night a week to be screen-free.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find joy in movement. We love this. For women and LGBTQ plus folks, traditional fitness spaces can sometimes feel intimidating or unwelcoming. We know. Try to find physical activities that bring you joy, whether it's dancing, hiking, yoga, climbing,
Yeah.
or just going for a walk in your neighborhood. Moving your body in ways that feel good will help you create a consistent routine.
It wouldn't be a bitch versus bear show if we didn't mention this one, and that is having a supportive community can be key to breaking free from the convenience trap. Whether it's a group fitness class, an LGBTQ plus wellness group, a women's health collective, finding people who share your health goals can make the journey feel less isolating.
Yes. And it gives you that person to call or text if you're like, I'm so tired, I just want to stop at Mickey D's on the way home. And that person can be there to say, no, remember your goals. Go home and make this. Like, let's stay on the phone and cook together. Like, they can be that community to help you get past that initial, like, I'm just going to do this quick thing.
Yeah. Or remind you, like, hey, remember you meal prepped things this weekend?
Right.
Like,
weren't you telling me that you got all this salad fixings?
It's like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have that at home. I've gotten very into, and I know it's so bad because of all the plastic, but the salad kits from Trader Joe's.
They have good ones.
Love them. I buy a bunch of those, and that's what I eat for lunch all week.
We have also been into salads. So Trader Joe's has 2 salad dressings that we love. Their Caesar dressing is amazing, and they have a French vinaigrette.
Ooh.
And so we just buy the romaine hearts, gem lettuce, and shredded carrot and bell pepper. And then we just are like, okay, what protein are we putting on top of this? And it's like, we've been doing a lot of crab cakes since we had
Right.
also crab cakes, Caesar salad.
Ooh. I bet
Yes.
that is good.
It's so good.
Right. And so that is a convenience thing.
Yeah.
But I know myself in my 37 years of having, not 37 years, but my whatever years of having to cook for myself. and feed myself, I try.
Yeah.
I buy the salad fixings and I
Yeah.
buy the stuff. And in a week or two, I remember that it's in the drawer and then I throw it out because it's now a goopy mess.
Yeah. No, those things are
It's like, it's convenience, but
but
this is a good convenience because it means I am eating a giant bowl of greens every day.
yeah.
And be compassionate with yourself. This is where I have compassion for myself because I'm like, okay, yes, it's
convenient, but like flipping the narrative on
Right.
convenience. Like,
but I
okay,
know that I don't do it if I do it the longer way.
yeah. Making the system work for you.
Yes. Sometimes it does. Okay, yes. So being compassionate with yourself, this is another tenet of bitch versus bear. Convenience is definitely tempting, and it's okay to lean on it sometimes, especially when it's going to benefit you and your health goals. But the goal isn't to be perfect. It's to create a lifestyle that supports your health in the long term. So be kind to yourself when you slip up and recognize that every step towards wellness is progress.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not a straight line. It's a gay line.
It's a squiggly one. Bacon.
It's bacon.
Convenience really is a double-edged sword. It offers us comfort in the short term, but too often, it erodes our health over time. For women and LGBTQ plus folks or individuals who are already navigating complex societal pressures, the allure of convenience can be especially strong.
It really is.
Yeah. But by making small, intentional changes, we can begin to reclaim our health and wellness.
Love that for us.
I do too. And I really like that end of like, there are some things that you can like, I don't know, system hack. Like, okay, yeah, bag salads. Like, okay, how hard is it to make a salad?
But
like,
it's not hard.
It's not hard. But if you're like, I want a different, we don't need to have 12,000 dressings in the refrigerator. But if you buy a bag salad, you can have a different flavor profile.
Yeah.
And so you're making the convenience work for you.
Yeah.
And finding ways to do that of like, Trader Joe's has a lot of prepackaged meals.
Yeah.
But some of those prepackaged meals are actually don't have a lot of preservatives and don't have a lot of those things. So if you're normally somebody who's stopping by McDonald's to pick up something, maybe stocking your freezer with some of those prepackaged meals from Trader Joe's where all you have to do is heat it up, but it's still, higher quality than what you would be getting at a fast food restaurant, and also probably less expensive per serving. Then there are some convenience hacks you can make work for you.
Yeah. I love that. One of my new favorite things from Trader Joe's is the shrimp scampi.
Ooh.
It's so good. So it comes already in like it has the sauce and the seasonings and the shrimper. Everything's in there, which I can make that myself.
Yeah.
But I don't have all the seasonings all the time because I don't cook that much, let's be honest. So prepackaged meals like that already have the seasonings as part of it are really good for me because I don't stock a variety of seasonings. I know, typical white girl. But I just don't because I don't like to cook. And they go bad because I don't use it enough. I know. I have salt and pepper.
Salt, pepper, maybe got some garlic.
I do. I have garlic salt or garlic powder. And I don't know, something else. But yeah, very, very white girl cabinet. No pumpkin spice though. So I'm not that white girl.
Oh, well, there you go. At least there's that.
But then all I have to do is make a pot of rice.
Yeah.
And then dump my stuff on top. And I'm like, great, this is delicious.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing is like we said, not demonizing convenience, but really shifting it to be more beneficial and more helpful to our overall goals of, being 75 and overthrowing all of the world and also being able to get up off the toilet.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So finding the conveniences that work for you and help you towards your goals.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, rate, share, leave a review. Tell us what your convenience hacks are. And, remember, whether you're lifting weights or lifting each other up, let's keep breaking barriers, building strength, and embracing our rainbow of resilience. Until next time, bitches and bears, stay fierce and stay fabulous.